Welcome to Jazz After Dark. Huh? How we doing out there? Good to see you. The light's a little funny. It looks like I got something here, huh? So it's on that side. Oh, well, it's going to be what it's going to be. How you guys doing tonight? All is good? Happy Wednesday. Tonight I'll be trying, and I have not tried it yet. I had this a while ago. It's Widow Jane. I got it as a gift for the holidays here. And I had it first for my 40th birthday party at, we were at the Chateau Elan in Georgia. And I just had never had it before, so I tried it there. And it's bringing back memories. If you have never had Widow Jane, it does have a very unique scent. Odor. I don't want to use the word odor because it's not bad. But their thing is they proof it in like this limestone water, and they're based in New York, so they get it from like upstate New York or something. I don't know if that's the difference. I think what makes this memorable for me, at least on the nose, is a very dry oak kind of a flavor as far as the smell goes. I got these new glasses too. I got like 6 of them from the in-laws. Oh, yeah, it's good. It's very sharp. I'll give you that. So if you'd like a Horse Soldier Buffalo Trace, it's more on that end. Very sharp, kind of spicy. I don't say tangy. If you like a Basil Hayden or something, this won't be for you. So there you go. Widow Jane. I really like it. So I'd give it a solid 86, right? Ranks up there pretty good for me. Anyways, how do you maximize your retirement savings? Oh, and the spice keeps going. Just the more you talk, the more it rolls off your tongue. It just keeps going. I like that. I get this question a lot, and I both love the question and I hate it at the same time. Because when somebody asks you, how do you maximize your retirement savings, they're coming from a good place. You know, they're thinking that extra level deep. And I keep saying in 2023, we're going to have to think of an extra layer deep. And I really, really like that. But I don't like that question because it's so open-ended. How do you maximize your retirement savings? Well, I don't know, right? It's a great question, but for some people, the word maximizing means earliest possible retirement date. Maximize everything that I have so that the retirement date can be as early as possible. For some people, they say, I despise how the government is spending our money, and they're all upset. And so for me, maximizing retirement means the lowest possible tax rate for the rest of their life. I want to give them as little dollars as possible. For some people, it's leaving a legacy. I want to leave as much possible money to the future. Therefore, I want to take more risk with later dollars in my life because I probably won't spend them. And so I want to leave that. It could be less volatility. It could be charitable giving. I could go on and on. You get what I'm saying. So the word maximize first has to be defined. I don't know what maximize means to you. So here are some of my thoughts, right? That was very, very good. The first thing is we want to focus as far as maximizing. We want to focus on things that we can't avoid. You know, I always say death and taxes you can't avoid. Well, in this case, it's taxes and some form of healthcare. We can't avoid that. We need that. We need healthcare and we have to pay our taxes to some level. So one of the things that I like to look at is saying, all right, if you won't give me a definition of maximizing, then for me, I want to see that you are paying the lowest lifetime tax. Remember yesterday? So we did this yesterday here. This is same slide, or is this? Yeah. So we talked about Duke and Edna Ellington here. We wanted to make their change. We basically were trying to see what's more efficient for them. Should they put the money in the Roth, Duke's Roth, or should they put the money in Duke's regular or traditional IRA there? And so we ended up finding out that there was a $200,000 difference between what they were doing and what they could do. And all of that boiled down to a lower lifetime tax. The money was able to be larger because we went through this, but the money was able to be larger because they didn't have to trickle out dollars to the government. Those dollars got to stay in their account. Therefore, they got to grow more, even if only a little bit. And so That one is huge. Work on your total lifetime tax. And by that, I mean you and your spouse, both of your lifetimes. One of you is going to die before the others. Very rare, although it has happened one time. This was like 2015, just way back for this to happen, where both spouses died within a week of each other. And it wasn't related or anything. I got news that one spouse died. I said, I'm so sorry, let me know when you're ready to talk. And I never heard from the other spouse. Later found out they passed away. I don't know what happened, but so you got to think that through. If you die early and your spouse has a 10-year window, they're going to live longer than you. And oh my goodness, now they're single. It could be a tax issue there, right? So something to look at. Number two, by the way, number one was focus on the things that we can't avoid. Start thinking about that when it comes to maximizing your retirement. Taxes, healthcare, death if you want to put it in there, but you get what I'm saying. Tip number two, to maximize your retirement, it means that you want every possible advantage. Unless you go back in time and you tell me, Dustin, you said a second ago that legacy giving could be a way to maximize. And that's all I want to focus on. Okay, that's cool. So if that's the focus, that's what it is. Otherwise, when people ask me, how do I maximize my retirement? Well, it's everything, right? We want every advantage that we can get there. It could be, and I've seen this, you guys keep in mind, short aside here, we're 100% independent, but every advisor has to use a custodian for transacting their business, right? So if I want to send an order to the market to buy or sell something for you, well, I need somebody to do that for me. We use Goldman Sachs. And so one of the benefits of that is I get to see what all their rich clients are doing and the strategies they're using and stuff. And I kid you not, so many of them are on Obamacare, because they have no income on paper. Well, and so the aside there was, if you have enough money and you're saying, I still want every advantage, and you find out that Obamacare is cheaper for you, better for you, whatever it happens for you individually, it's so unique and individual, that you want your income to be of a certain level so that you can still have it. Okay. That's an advantage. The government passed that. They set rules and criteria there. And if you can get that advantage, go for it. Go get it. I don't care. Maybe borrowing from your accounts so that you can go buy something else. Maybe that's an idea, right? That's an advantage. Here at Jazz anyways, our clients in their brokerage accounts, we'll lend them money against their brokerage account and say, well, we know you're good for it, right? Because I can see your money. I can see it. It's right there. So maybe that's an idea. Low Social Security tax. Maybe no Social Security tax. That's a little difficult. But maybe that's your goal. Or the advantage that you're trying to get there. Maybe it means leaving a Roth withdrawal for later in life so that you have lower Medicare premiums, you have lower or no Social Security tax, and that's an advantage that you want to shoot for. Maybe it's to keep your state tax as low as possible, right? So every advantage you're looking for there, I want you to take a shot and include that in your question. How do I maximize my retirement savings, right? I want every advantage I can get. And then the third thing would be, once you do all that, and we'll do it for you if you're one of our clients, of course, that's what we do here. This is obviously marketing, but I get to drink and market at the same time. That's pretty cool. Of course, at the very end of it, once all that's solved for, then my third sort of thought would be, what about the dollars you're not spending? Because you're dead. And that's inevitable. So don't let that sound like, heartless or whatever. But we're all going to get to the end of our lives. And what's the probability that we spend our last dollar on our last day? It'd be pretty stressful, wouldn't it? Like, unless you knew what day you were going to die. So if your retirement plan is successful enough where you have dollars left over, well, let's start thinking about that. How do we maximize those dollars for the next generation, for the charity you're giving it to? Everybody's got a different scenario there. Your kids, your grandkids, whatever it is that you're leaving that money to, how do we maximize that? And a great example would be, if you're leaving the money to your child, or let's say two of your children, and one of your children's very artsy, and so for now their income is very low, they're working out their style, what is it that they like to develop. What's their how do they build their following? And that takes a lot of years, and their income likely won't be higher until later in life when people realize hopefully they're a good artist. And then you have other child who is very focused, wants to be an educator, and will end up working at a college. And so their income will be higher in the beginning and will likely stay pretty high through the rest of their life, hopefully through their life. And so if you know that one child has lower income, the other has higher income, well then what accounts do we want to leave to the child with lower income? Right? Is that a question that you guys can answer? Like, that's a pretty basic question. Roth IRA should obviously go to the child with the higher amount of money or salary. And maybe the IRA or pre-tax accounts go to the child who's still working and building up their fan base and all that stuff, and they don't make as much right now. So it could go that far as well, and that counts as maximizing your retirement, right? So number one, to finalize, I would say the first thing you think about is, what does the word maximizing mean to you? I can promise you this: if you work with a financial advisor, a financial planner, a money coach, whatever they are, you better be able to determine, and more importantly, define what the word maximize means. And an acceptable answer is, I'm not sure. Could you guide me a little bit? Right? I just know that I see, oh man, Trump's tax returns came out, and that man, agree or disagree, he's being as efficient as the law will allow. And maybe a part of you wants that, but you don't know the tax returns. You don't know what it means when he has a separate partnership account and all of that stuff inside there. So you go, Mr. Planner, Mrs. Planner, I just know I want to maximize it. Is there something I should be doing? And if the answer is no right now, that's okay. But is there anything extra I could do? At least have that as a question. All right. How was that? A good class for you here today? I think that's about all I got for you. Remember, jazzwealth.com/2023. And you can download the 2023 numbers. Totally free. We just made it look nice. And use it. Maybe you're looking at that and you find an advantage. You say, oh, I can maximize by putting 1.5% extra in my 401k because I see that I'm on the edge of that tax bracket. Okay. There you go. And of course, if this is interesting but overwhelming and you're kind of like trying to get to know us and see, do you want to work with us? You're welcome to schedule a call. We'll just chat with you. We have no sales pitch, by the way. Something I'm very proud of. We've never, ever come up with anything like that. We'll literally just talk. We'll listen to you. And if we're a good fit, we're a good fit. If it doesn't work out, maybe we can point you in the right direction, give you a little bit of light advice there, but we're not really allowed to give advice to non-clients. But yeah, schedule a call on our website. Otherwise, I hope you'll keep watching and enjoy the rest of your evening. Adios.